You probably already know that a negative sentence is the opposite of an affirmative sentence. In English, I go is the affirmative and I do not go is the negative. In French, je vais is the affirmative and je ne vais pas is the negative. I've covered negatives in previous videos, but I'm going to go through it again. To form a negative sentence in French, we need ne before the conjugated verb and pas after the conjugated verb. Vais is of course the conjugated verb. Je vais, I go. For example, nous n'allons pas, we do not go, with an apostrophe instead of the E because of the A of allons, the vowel. Ils ne font pas, they don't do. Mon chat ne mange pas, my cat doesn't eat. Ne, jamais. Ne jamais means never. Je vais au cinéma means I go to the cinema. Therefore, je ne vais jamais au cinéma means I never go to the cinema. Ne, plus. Ne plus means no longer, not anymore. So if I say je vais au supermarché, je ne vais plus au supermarché means I no longer go to the supermarket. Ne, rien. Ne rien means nothing or anything. If I say tu aimes, tu n'aimes rien means you don't like anything, you like nothing. Ne, que. Ne, que means only. If I take this sentence, ma mère mange de la pizza. Ma mère ne mange que de la pizza means my mother only eats pizza. Just a little reminder that the E of que will disappear in front of a vowel or an H. Ne, aucun. Ne, aucun means no, as in none, not any. If I take this example, je vois un chat, I see a cat. In the negative, it's going to become je ne vois aucun, and then we've got the article un that disappears because you couldn't say I see no a cat. So we get rid of the a, the article. And it means I see no cat. One thing to remember also is that aucun works like an adjective. In fact, it is an adjective in this case. And if I'm talking about a mouse, une souris, souris is feminine, so aucun will become aucune. There's more than one cat, we're going to say aucun chat, although the S is silent. If I'm writing, I need to write the S. Souris, when plural, is going to have an E and an S at the end because it's feminine plural. Ne, pas encore. Ne pas encore means not yet. In this sentence, ils savent, they know. If I use the negative, ils ne savent pas encore. They don't know yet. Sometimes, however, you might find that the S of pas, P-A-S, that should be liaising with the E, so we should have the pas encore. Quite often in familiar language, you'll find that it's omitted, so you might hear ils ne savent pas encore. Ne, personne. Ne personne means no one, not anyone, nobody. Je vois means I see. Je ne vois personne. I don't see anyone. I see no one. Ne, nulle part. Ne, nulle part means nowhere or not anywhere. Je vais is I go. Je ne vais nulle part. I don't go anywhere. Ne, ni, ni. Ne, ni, ni means neither nor. It's a bit different because this time we have three parts. So if we take this example, je bois du café et du thé. In the negative, if I use this structure, I have je ne bois ni café ni thé with the article vanishing, replaced by the ni. And it means I drink neither coffee nor tea. One last thing, and that's just to be very picky. Du, de, la, des, di à l'apostrophe become de or the apostrophe with some negatives. So that's what it means. Je fais du sport. I do sports. Je mange des biscuits. I eat biscuits. Some biscuits. Je fais de la danse. I do dancing. Je bois de l'eau. I drink water. This little article in negatives, not with all negatives, but with ne plus, ne jamais, ne pas encore, ne pas, these negatives become either de or the apostrophe if the word that follows starts with a vowel or an H. So in the negative, je fais du sport becomes je ne fais plus de sport. Je mange des biscuits becomes je ne mange jamais de biscuits. Je fais de la danse, je ne fais pas encore de danse. Je bois de l'eau becomes je ne bois pas d'eau. So now for a listening and translation task. That's going to test your ability to respond. I'm going to ask you a question and you need to give me a negative response, starting with no. So you give an answer using the suggested negative. So here we've got ne rien, and sometimes there might be other words to guide you with your answer. So if I do number one as an example, I'm going to ask you the question. Tu veux un café? Your answer using ne rien. If you have listened to the question very carefully, you should have identified the main verb. So I repeat the question again. Tu veux un café? Your answer is going to be je ne veux rien. So you use the verb from the question, you add the negative to formulate your answer. I hope it makes sense. So now for number two. So here's the question. Tu vas souvent en ville? Think about which verb I'm using in the question. So I'll ask the question again. Tu vas souvent en ville? Now you need to formulate your answer using the je form. So if the question is tu vas, the answer is je vais. But we need to add a negative structure, ne, nulle part. So the answer is going to be non, je ne vais nulle part. Numéro 3. Tu connais quelqu'un ici? Je répète. Tu connais quelqu'un ici? Réponse. Je ne connais personne. Numéro 4. Tu manges du poisson? Tu manges du poisson? Je ne mange jamais de poisson. Numéro 5. Tu sais quand il arrive? Tu sais quand il arrive? Réponse? Non, je ne sais pas encore. Numéro 6. Tu achètes du pain et du fromage? Tu achètes du pain et du fromage? Réponse? Non, je n'achète que du fromage. Tu prends un risque? Tu prends un risque? Non, je ne prends aucun risque. Félicitations! You've completed lesson 10, which means you've also completed the entire intermediate course, so well done. I'll leave some follow-up tasks for you to complete, and in the meantime, all I have to say is au revoir et à bientôt for more lessons.